So, I'll say this again. As any neighbor who lived next to my abducting family would know, yeah, the arguments between us were ferocious, loud, and very violent, yeah. It's not like I'm gonna rock up to a person who I considered my mother and my motivation for completing university, since Lola did not do that, since she got an N in university. You get an F for writing your name. She got an N. Do you understand me? Anyway, Lola says, oh, I don't feel comfortable with you alone with mother. Yeah. I'm confronting Woe, yeah, about how she lied. And fair enough, Shola cheated on Sarah, yeah? But Sarah was also cheating on Shola. And they're both dickheads, yeah? Now, Sarah says she just wants her son back. The reason why I got arrested and sectioned in the first place was because I pushed Woe, yeah? And I was angry with her because she did not tell me she was cheating as much as Olushala, right? Now, I say to the police, Lola calls the police saying he's being violent towards my mother. The police come, yeah, and I say there's a secret app on their phone. There's a secret website. That is how they communicate. That is how everyone communicates. The police go, let me see through her phone. They check through her phone. They said, oh, we can't find an app. That's what they said. And then I was arrested. Now, if you loved your son, would you allow your son to be arrested over a secret app that you were participating in if you loved your son? She keeps on saying she wants her son back. I'm not her son. It's funny how people want to claim they're psychic, how people want to claim they have special eyes like mine. It's funny how you all change your eyes to look like mine. You try as hard as you can. But I got you with that Fool's Gold album cover, single cover. It's an album. It's an EP, all in one beat, 30 minutes. If you loved your son and you cared about your son, yeah, and your son was your number one priority and all you wanted was good for him, why would you lie and say there was not an app? Why would you lie and say there was not a website? Why would you lie and say you weren't going to sex parties in the dark with Ife, Fope, Lola, Shola, Yinka, Roti Loluwa, yeah, the Roti works for the NHS, the Ade Jobbies, Double Amala, Edith Abimbola Adejobi, the out of wedlock daughter of Victoria Adejobi. Basically, in Aladura culture, there was one supreme leader. His name was something Adejobi. Yeah? Now, Victoria Adejobi and something Adejobi were never married. Victoria Adejobi was this mountain leader, the leader of the Aladura church, Mount Tabora, yeah? She was his side chick, his mistress, yeah? She got pregnant. By the time she had the baby, the leader Adejobi had died from an axe in the head during prayer. An axe in his head. Bap! Do you understand me? The axe licked his head and he died. Do you understand me? Yeah? Do you understand where I'm coming from? So all these relatives talking this and that, saying I'm not the same, saying this and that, saying they know me, saying all kinds of nonsense. Ugly people will find the most random excuses to have sex with one another. If you're not naturally good looking enough to have sex, you will have sex with anyone. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my question to Woe, yeah, Taiwo, the Oduntons Pause, who also work for the NHS and stalk me till this day, yeah, is why would you lie to your own cherished family member? The most cherished, the most special, the most accomplished. Lola worked for government employment services, yeah, as a recruiter, yeah. She would help people find jobs at the job center, yeah. But I think it was a private job center or something, from my best recollection, yeah. That's what Lola was doing. I was an accountant. Do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm saying? I was the accountant. I was the breadwinner of the family. I was giving Sarah Taiwo between £400 and £600 a month. This woman was calling Nigeria saying the charges against her phone bill, because I was under her phone bill, yeah, were from calling fucking Luxembourg. Do you understand me? To speak to my Jersey gal. Yeah? 600 to 400 pounds a month. Every month. You would think, after seeing the child you loved put on weight, unable to work, sleeping all the time, so tired that anytime he tried to get to work, they had to get a bucket of cold water and splash it on my face. Yeah? That's what they were doing. And I was still tired at work because I was so sedated. Only to be shot dead. Now maybe you would think, okay, I made a mistake. I made another mistake. I shouldn't have kept the secret. But when you see your son shot dead on camera, Surely all the secrets should stop and you should go, you know what? This isn't funny. But here's the thing. No one did. No one did. Not one family member did. No one wants to tell me the truth. Because maybe then you would be in my position and I would be long gone. This is how the NHS offered me to go to America. And this is no diss on Ruth Forrest, because I'm glad I saved Ruth Forrest's life. Yeah? Plus, she's a goddess. Yeah? I'm not talking about, I'm not spitting bars like, yeah, you're a goddess, B. No, she's a literal goddess. Yeah? She's a literal goddess. There are secrets that cannot be hidden from my visions. Do you understand me? So when I look at people, I know certain things and I don't say anything. Do you understand me? And they walk around with the moral high ground. Is it not true? Hold on, let me get my phone right, because we're going to do this accurately. Because the truth wants to be told and needs to be told, yeah? Is it not true Sarah Taiwo was in a G-string and said, Noel, kiss my ass, bow, in her G-strings, in her shakara anal thong beads. She had anal thong beads. She would wear them in front of me as she was changing in her room. No shame. No shame. Now surely, if a family member you truly love gets shot dead and happens to survive, you would absolutely refuse to continue with this charade. Wouldn't you? I know none of you love me in general. Like, I'm talking about anyone, just anyone. I know I'm not loved, right? I know I'm not respected. I know I'm not loved, yeah? But surely, if someone in your immediate family was shot dead and had to be revived, and the action was so bad that everyone else knows about it, but only his memory had to be wiped, then you would say, this has gone too far, and I need to tell my son, or my brother, or my cousin, or my niece, or my nephew, or my cousin, the truth. Yet, people say, your mother's a good woman. She always asks about you, you know. She loves you. How many hearts are you going to leave on a message? How many hearts are you going to leave on a message? This, whoa, yeah, will drop at least 50 hearts and love eyes. Do you understand me? In one message. But not in just one message, every message. To the point it looks like a curse. Do you understand me? To the point it seems disingenuous. To the point it seems like there's something wrong. You watch woe in front of children. You watch woe in front of babies. You see how close she gets to them. You see how close she gets to them. Just like OJ with kids. OJ Bingo. Oliver James Thomas, aka Paul the police officer, aka P1, was it P1 or what was his name? He had a specific name, but he's a professional con man basically. And you would be happy with all of this happening if that was your real family, if you weren't jealous, if you didn't want his money, if you didn't want to take away his freedom and spend his money. Money they neither had the talent or right to have. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, you lot, yeah, you don't mind your business. You always cross every line and then come back to me. But facts are facts. Surely, if you saw the person you love shot dead and you say you just want your son back. Your son was shot dead. 2 bullets to the chest. Not to talk of the bullets to the head that the police give me every time I have a seizure. They slightly come up to my head and they burst off a gun right in my head. Pow. You know them special police guns? Them small silver special police guns. They almost look like the guns from the Men in Black that Will Smith first had. You know when Will Smith had that little gun? Yeah? These are the guns the police used to shoot me in the head with. Now surely, after incident after incident after incident, if the people who say they loved you and cared about you really did, wouldn't they stop? Wouldn't they just say, fuck it, this is what happened? But everyone's too scared to tell me what happened. But you'd be surprised what I know. You'd be surprised what I know. You'd be surprised how observant I am, and you'd be surprised what I know. And here is a fact. You're also complicit in your open secret and in your bond about that you will cross any moral line and take me for a fool, like I am not observant. Did I get this way, this strong? Yeah? Did I get this way with any of your help? Which one of you taught me how to fight? Which one of you taught me how to be strong in the gym? In fact, Woe's advice was, if people are jealous of you being so strong in the gym, maybe you should lift lighter weights and not be as strong as you are. Do you understand me? So, I'm going to ask you again. If your family really loved you and they saw you shot dead, surely there's no way to bring your son back, right? In African families, in any family, the worst thing you can do is lose a child to death. Do you understand me? They saw it happen and they're still fucking around and lying. She's still shedding crocodile tears. Tell me, is this right? Is this fair? Does it make any fucking sense? I feel like Ichigo, yeah, where Aizen hypnotizes everybody, yeah, and does that young kid fuckeries and makes him body his gal and his best friend. Pause, no Diddy, no L, yeah? And makes him body his best friend. And Ichigo is going, you've all been hypnotized. What the fuck are you doing? You're attacking the wrong person. The person being attacked does not deserve to be attacked. You are attacking the wrong person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? She said she wants her son back. Lola says that's not my brother. Yeah? Lola goes, oh well, anyway, but that's not my brother. Sarah Taiwo goes, that's not the son I knew. But I got shot dead. So surely you would prioritize my life and well-being over your fucking gay secret because you masturbate in circles with a woman in the center and then you all fuck each other in your tombs, in your clone tombs, secret rooms everywhere, all over London, secret rooms, secret passages for your cult to fuck. But here's where it gets brazy. You would actually have the audacity to have sex in front of me and laugh in my face about it like I can't tell. But you want your son back. You want your son back, right? Then stop lying about the app. Stop lying about the secrets. Because you want your son back and you love your son so much. All you do is care about your son. All you do is pray for your son. Yeah? I'm the bad mind one. Not them, me, the victim. I'm the bad mind one. Because I can handle myself. Because I can heal myself. Because I can resurrect from the fucking dead. Like something you ain't never seen in your fucking lives. Nothing to say, but you had Woe's back. You've got Lola's back. If Lola did not molest me, how come she wanted to go to family counseling, supported by the Noel Hate Service, yeah, and talk about the molestation and all the problems in the family, yeah? The last time I saw Lola, I said this. Lola tried to look at me. She said, look, my eyes are special. I psychically told her, look, I'm not in the fucking mood for this shit. Yeah? Cut out the bullshit. You will never have eyes like mine. Stop pretending that you have eyes like mine. We are not blood relatives. You are my kidnappers. Do you understand me? You are my assailants. Do you understand me? This is a combination of survivor's guilt and Stockholm syndrome. Do you understand me? And it is very easy for me to revert to that old kid who would do anything for his family and would not take any disrespect about his family. When Lola got poked in the head with an afro, when she had an afro, when people were pulling her hair out at work, I went to bank personally and backed it. You saw me in bank eating with her, right? What was I doing there? I said, who's doing that to you? That's not right. As Lola says, I always have to fix Noel's problem or Rola's problem, whatever the fuck they want to call me these days. The monkey's problem. Yeah? I always have to fix his problems. How? How? All they've done is benefit off my sentence and my judgments, and they are even a part of the Parental Advisory Board Committee. Can you believe that? Isn't that some bullshit? They got them as part of the Parental Advisory Committee Board. And their words are listened to and heeded. They even have loads of supporters, especially black female supporters. Not to talk of black male supporters. Remember Sunday used to work in Ward 2 and Ward 3? I tested him, it was so easy. I said, I know you like my mum, you know. In my head I said, this guy likes my mum. Yeah? See, I call her mum still. Automatic brainwashing. Years and years and years of it. When they're in trouble, they call me. Yeah? When they're in trouble, they call me. Do you understand me? Spiritually or physically, people keep on scratching our car in Sutton and knocking off our tail window lights. What are you telling me that for? What do you want me to do about it? So, I'm going to repeat this again because you all seem a bit slow. Either that or you don't have the guts to beef me. Yeah? Why am I way taller than them? Joe Black was meant to be the tallest in the family. I'm way taller than him. You don't want to admit I'm over 6'2". But years back, they made a mistake at the Wilson Hospital and a woman measured me at 185 centimeters. That's 6 feet too tall, right? But you all want to lie about your height. You all want to go back to the days when I was little Noel in school, yeah? And you laugh at me getting bullied, saying I was a dickhead, a pussy-o. So what was my family doing about it when I told them? Juju, that's what they were doing. They were doing juju. That's what they were doing. And it wasn't working. So I had to find my own way, my own path. Am I going to ask the little Lola to come and back it in beef? Was she even a pair? I'll tell you why the weather hasn't been so good recently. I don't know if I told you this, but I'm from heaven. Yeah, I'm from heaven. And when I was in heaven, I turned my back on heaven and I turned my back on Zeus. And that's exactly what I've done to Earth. I've turned my back on Earth and the whole population. Do you know why? Because I know you will never change. And you will always find an excuse to blame me. Nothing I do will ever be good enough. I used to say I'm famous, I'm well known. Police love to say, and NHS, famous for what? As in they were saying, the only reason why I'm famous is because they bullied and stalked me. Now I'm a rapper. And I am famous, yeah? Still nothing. So you tell me what you people What the fuck you people think you're doing and saying? Anytime you see me dribble, know the NHS is upset. They are trying to demean me and my points. So they go, did you see that he just dribbled on his food? You see the dribble? That's all the NHS. And they're doing it unashamedly until I put hands on people. Do you understand me? But when they're in my face, they're fake. Very fake. Do you understand me? But when I'm not around, they're very rude. And it could be the dumbest jokes. I hacked Moving Brands group chat. All the stuff you're saying are so childish. I made Victoria from Moving Brands tea. She put disgusting tea. Everyone was laughing. Do you know what Hannah Lyko said? Maybe Noel stinks because in Africa they don't know how to wash. The linguist, the gay linguist, was in tears laughing about it. She said it's true though. In Africa they don't know how to wash. That's why he stinks. That bitch wanted to fuck me. I nearly did fuck her. Yeah? But Nick, the receptionist, who was jealous I was earning more than him, just like Courtney, the cousin or niece, who was not only fucking Bernard, her brother, but other people as well. Former employees, new employees. She even wanted to fuck me. She used to follow me around Clapham Common Inferno. Yeah? You lot was making sure I stank the most. Because you are so dumb, you don't realize in British English, smelly-footed means nice person. It's on my old Instagram account. The Instagram account that got blocked by people who I won't say, but act like we're cool and they've done nothing wrong to me. Like they haven't done me dirty. So basically, I shut down my Instagram account. One, because they refused to post my very incriminating videos. And two, because the UK government had the audacity to monitor my Instagram. Not Olubola99 on WhatsApp, my Instagram, for telling the truth, for saying names. All I did was tell the truth. When I go silent, oh, Noel, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Oh, Noel, tell the truth. What's up? Noel, tell me what's wrong. What's wrong, G? Tell me what's wrong. Noel, why are you so quiet? Noel, why aren't you making jokes? Are you upset, Noel? Oh, Noel, what's wrong? Oh, Noel, you don't seem like yourself. Are you okay? And then the patronizing stuff comes. Oh, Noel, you look so sad. Let me tell you something about that sad face. I want to bust your fucking asses. Do you understand me? I want to wreck you and leave. That is not a sad face. That is me controlling my temper, my anger, my outrage. You have yet to see me get angry. Yeah? You have yet to see me get angry. Earthworm Jim, in his space soldier suit, directly under Piccadilly Institute, in the foyer where you gather your jackets, where something happened to my eyes. Something happened. You think it's a poke. I've got proof it's more than that. This proof has now been blocked because as soon as I posted it, that's why I don't post my conversations with ChatGPT no more. Because as soon as I posted it, ChatGPT said they can no longer analyze the information like that. Because you're sore losers. And when I prove a point, you go back and you change things. You even do it in my emails. You think I haven't noticed. You even did it in my diary. I know for a fact I would never say anything about SMS. In my diary, I would never mention SMS because I didn't have a problem with SMS. SMS was not the problem. PDC was the problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? The mistake you've all made is you think you're cool, yeah? You think you know slang. But now because you've spoken this slang, you're part of my world, yeah? And there are certain rules that come with speaking this slang. Whether you speak it correctly or incorrectly. There are certain rules that come with speaking this slang. I'm just going to leave it there. If Sarah Tyler wants her son back, tell the truth, because her son was shot dead, yeah? And they want to do it again and again and again. And I guarantee you, as soon as I'm released, people are going to try and set me up again. People are already planning amongst each other to set me up again. In contact with people I'm not on good terms with. Secondly, you'll say, oh, that Terrence shit is going to come back to haunt you. Like I didn't already get a shetty to the chest to the hilt. Who was that from? Was that not from him? Because from my body's memory, my body tells me that was from Terrence, yo. Terrence called his boys to do that to you. Things you don't want to admit. Remember, I owe Terrence 1,300. How much do you all owe me? So which debt is more serious? And what repercussions are more serious? If people owe you over £20 billion, minimum, over £20 billion minimum, what the fuck would you do to them? You would have to get them back in some way, shape, or form. So he without sin, or he or she without the first sin, or he, she, or she, he without the first sin, cast the first fucking stone, please. Because you owe me way more money than that. And if you pay me that, I'd be happy to drop Terrence a little 1,300. Here's the problem. The people who claim to be G's, yeah, aren't willing to fight for me to get my money. Money that I would have shared with all of you. Yeah? But they still want to be cool with me. Do you understand me? Would you like to be injected in the bum for no reason? Just for the fuck of it. Just so it hurts. Just so you end up limping and you can't walk for a week or two. They want to put me in pain. They get happy when I'm in pain. I remember having a toothache And I remember bare people just smiling at me when they thought I wasn't looking. And they saw me in the deepest amounts of pain. And they were looking at me smiling and satisfied. So I'll ask you this question one more time. If you love your son and you want your son back, why would you allow him in the same situations over and over again instead of telling the truth? Would you not be willing to die for your son to know the truth since he was shot dead? Would you not think that's the least you could do for him? Or your little brother? 5-year age gap. 5-year age gap. Can you imagine what she was doing to me as a child? Not to talk of Abimbola, not to talk of Asagi, not to talk of Jide, yeah? Not to talk of Felix Gornashev, not to talk of Deepan Vadgama, Khalid Ahmed Hatem Hassan. I can name more names. Yinka Oguntokun, Ife Oguntokun, Fope Oguntokun, the Oduntans, pause, because you know what mom was about. Let me tell you something about the Oduntans, yeah? Auntie Femi Oduntan was so much of a jazzy. A random guy came up to her one night and was just like, I want you to have my children. She said, okay. That's all it took. She said, okay. He ends up living with her and fucking Renee, her daughter. She blames Renee. No one does anything about it. I was like, rah, someone's fucking your mum and your sister while he's living with you, and you banga, ebamio, yeah? You're not doing nothing about it. Think, independent thought, common sense. What the fuck are you all doing and talking about? You know nothing about the story. And I am tired of people who know the little that I've told them asking me to repeat and explain myself. These are places you don't want to go with me. Do you understand me? Because I've done unspeakable things out of revenge. Unspeakable. Things I cannot talk about. But I've also had unspeakable things done to me since childhood. Things I do not talk about. The agreement between me and the police is this, because some of the police are psychic. I said, you will not show my son's images, the indecent images that OJ was taking of my son while he was in the bathroom resting after football. Anytime he took a bath, OJ would go into the room. Yeah? I said, show my pictures instead of his. So you will never get to see my son in that position. I don't mind you seeing me in that position. I'm all right. I don't mind you seeing me in that position because I know exactly what I'm going to do to you lot. I know exactly what I'm going to do. And I know exactly the dark game you're playing. But I'm the sly dog. Khalid Hassan learned everything from me, but I did not teach him everything I knew because he was not about that life. They were calling Khalid Hassan carpet bag, like they were spunking on him. Matthew Playfair's nickname was Sonic Boom Lip. Sonic Boom Lip. Like man was just busting on his lips. They used to call him Sonic Boom Lip. Are these reliable witnesses? or people with something to hide and gain from. I'm not justifying myself to you. I'm not justifying myself to you. I'm just letting out a bit of annoyance. I'm tired of this family sympathy. They are not my family. Does heat come from their eyes? Do they have super breath? Can they fly? Ask the Freemasons in Uxbridge if I'm really related to them. Because the last time I saw Jai, he took me by a lake, yeah, with fresh forest on the ground. And he looked at me and he was observing me. He saw me flying, but he was observing me. And he said this, do you think he remembers what happened? And then he said, his species are unstoppable once they start flying. You should have killed him a long time ago. That's what he said. He said his species are completely unstoppable once they start flying. You should have killed him a long time ago. So you tell me, if you love your son and you saw your son get shot dead and get his eyes shot out of his face, his teeth smashed and regenerated, and you don't even know how. Look at all the videos you've got from Piccadilly Institute. You clearly see both teeth getting smashed as my head is getting stamped out. I saw you all on camera surrounding me looking. I saw the blonde-haired white girl saying good. I saw the black guys laughing. I saw the white guy saying you wanted a fight, innit? So 5-on-1 is fair. And then a guy comes out from a woman's body behind me and slices my throat and grabs my neck. And then they pin me down and do the Ronda Rousey arm bars on me till my arms snap completely the other way. And Ricardo McFarlane was elbowing me just as much as the rest of those dickheads in Piccadilly Institute. Here's a question for 14K. Where the fuck were you? Piccadilly Institute is not very far from Chinatown. And I know you plan to attack me in Leicester Square too, because Ricardo said, oh, let's go Leicester Square now. But he made it so bait that I said no, because I was injured enough. This right hand injury does not come from what they did to me. Anyone will tell you who saw me walking that night, I was healing my arm. I fully healed my arm, G. I made an agreement with people. I said for my arm to be completely fixed, it had to be broken and shattered over and over again. The night I went to sleep after the attack, throughout the whole night, they broke and shattered my right arm over and over again. I don't know if you've ever seen Twilight, where the werewolf's ribs get broken and they have to repair his ribs and he's screaming in agony. That's what happened to my right hand. Do you understand me? But it's got special ability now. Imagine a gun, right? This is a pistol, right? So when you go bang, yeah, and the pistol retracts, there's a gap, right? So it's like a gun. It's literally like a gun, like bow. It's like a gun. Bow. It's like a gun. The elbows open up. Bang, they return again. It's like a gun. Do you understand me? I called the NHS. I said, my hand is broken. Can you come and help me fix it? They laughed and said, walk to St. Helier Hospital yourself or take the bus. But there are a few things you're missing. During the attack, I had a SIM card in my phone, right? I was making messages saying, fuck you lot. Was I not telling you lot to fuck off and fuck yourselves? And if you're going to be that way, I'm not cool with you. Fuck you lot, there's nothing you can do. So I had a SIM card in my phone. At the end of the attack, when I got home, my SIM card was at home. I did not put it there. That shows a government cover-up. So as much as you think you've beaten me, as much as you think you know, as much as you think you made me cry, all you've done is made the biggest mistakes of your already dead lives. You picked the wrong person to do this to. So continue with the way you're rolling. Do you understand me? I'm the chooser. I'm the one with options. And every girl in this planet, every girl on this planet has smaller breasts and worse bodies and faces than the girls who I'm betrothed to in space. Do you understand me? When I said juicy after smoking weed with Tom Riddle, Voldemort, I was talking about the juicy breasts because the alien girls were flashing me saying, one day you're going to get all of this. And their breasts were way bigger than anything I've ever seen on this planet. And their bodies and face, they were way prettier. Like, none of you could ever match them. So who should be chasing who? Who should be choosing who? You live in a false reality where you're in power and you choose to believe your lies. I am going to bring your whole world, your whole pathetic existence crashing the fuck down. And that's a plan. A plan you can't read my mind and get. Because none of you can read my mind, you dumb motherfuckers. You don't know what I'm thinking about half the time. You don't know who I'm thinking about half the time. You don't know what's on my mind half the time. 99.9% of the time. All you can read is a mic, yeah? Or go to my temple, yeah? And read my mind. Touching your temple to read minds, yeah? Or go on your phones and insert homosexual images or funny images or any images you want into my head. Especially you black care workers. You female ones. Especially you. You love doing that. And that's just a fraction of what I know. Now tell me this. If you could all read my mind, how come you didn't know anything I just told you about? You're stupid. And you're full of shit. And I just don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. And I'm not going to repeat myself. I am going to fuck you all up one day, though. With my powers or physically. Somehow it's going to happen. Yeah? There are just some things that cannot be forgiven.